Today we are going to be doing some square tile coasters on these, I think it's like 4 1/8 inch by 4 1/8 inch tile coasters. We're going to be using some Floetrol, some acrylic, some strings, intrigue. But first things first, I'm going to show you guys how I prep my coasters. I use rubbing alcohol, which is what I have in this spray bottle here. It is 90% rubbing alcohol. And I will take a paper towel. Well, hold on, I need to get my gloves first. I don't like the way that the rubbing alcohol makes my hands feel so dry, especially now everyone's using so much more hand sanitizer than I feel they ever have before. And my hands tend to get dry. So I will take my paper towel and I will spritz with just a little bit of the rubbing alcohol, and I'm just trying to clean off the top. And this dries really fast, which is why I like to use it for my tiles, or especially when I'm about to do a video, because I'm not a patient person. When I have an idea, I'm like, ooh, let's go right now, let's do it. So I like to use stuff that means I can get the job going and I don't have to wait. And also, I apologize if you guys hear cars or whatever going on outside. It's since this cool front has come through. Oh, this one's got a lot of stuff on it. It's just been so nice outside that I've just had the windows open just basically like the whole time. All right, so I just ended up using one of those. I'm gonna set these aside and I'm gonna show you guys how I set up when I do my videos. So I take cups, it doesn't matter what size cup, and that's a good spot. Set these up like so. And then I will put the coasters on top. You gotta make sure, especially with these smaller cups, you gotta make sure it's like in the middle, because you don't want that to topple in the middle of your project. You want it to, I think I wiped dust off of another one onto this one. You want it to sit and cooperate. And I'll check in a minute and make sure that I've got these all in the shot. Oh, and then this one. All right, so now I'm going to take my acrylics. Actually, after I did that, I'm going to make myself some space. So I can mix my acrylics with my, what have I got on this cup? There's no telling. My acrylics with my Floetrol. And I don't even have any stir sticks out. What am I doing today, guys? What am I doing today? All right, now I haven't even opened these. I just bought them. Oh, it has like a blocking in the way kind of thing. All right, so the white is what I will be dipping my strings into. Oh, that should be good. And then black, which I'm going to be, I don't know if you guys have watched very many acrylic pouring or string pull videos recently, but that's essentially what I'm going to be doing today. Is I'm going to put black, a little bit more than that. I'm going to put black on the coasters, and then I'm going to dip the strings that I have in the white, and then you put it on there and you pull it off, and it makes this most beautiful, just gorgeous effect. I absolutely love it. All right, so shake up the Floetrol. Oh, it's got a child lock thing. I keep forgetting that. And apparently, aha, I was gonna say, apparently I have no idea how to work a child block. All right, so I'm just gonna put in a little bit. I'm not the most comfortable with the Floetrol. I've only used it like twice, I think. So I literally have no idea if I'm using the right amount. I just know I want it to be more runny. I don't know if runny is the proper term, but I know I want it to be, well, I'm just gonna say it, runnier than it currently is. So now I'm gonna stir them together, the paint and the Floetrol, until it's still a little bit blobbier than I'd like. Yeah, we're gonna put some more in that one. That was blobby. All right. And I don't care as much if the, well, I guess I do care if the black is blobby, because if it's too blobby, then my string pull through might not work the best. It might pull a blob, and we definitely don't want that. We want it all to just work smoothly how I imagined it to work. All right, so that is definitely better. All right, now let's stir up the black, and I hope that this doesn't affect the color of my black. Ooh, no, once I mixed it in there, it practically disappeared. All right. Gonna stir, 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 make sure we get it all put together. Okay, so I'm gonna put some more of this in this one. A little bit more of the Floetrol. I don't know how you pronounce that. Floetrol, Floetrol. All right. Make sure I don't just have like blob central sticking to my stick. It's still pretty blobby. Goodness. All right, a little bit more of the Floetrol. You know, sometimes, guys, you just gotta play around with it. You just gotta figure out what works. Nah, I think that should be good enough. Goodness gracious, I hope so, because you're probably bored with this by now. You're like, come on, lady, get to the crafting. Of course, you may not have an accent the way that I just portrayed that you do. That's much better. All right. So now I'm gonna move my coasters back into place. Wow! See what I'm saying? Like they just went. Oh, paint. Haha, surprise. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pour a little bit onto the coasters, spread it around with my fingers a little bit, and then we will put the strings in our white and mix that up. Okay, that should be more than enough. Boop. Boop, boop. Ooh. Okay, I'm actually going to use this as much as possible to try and, I'm gonna have to use my hand in the end, I think. Ooh, blop. Oh, all right, stay on there, stay on there. I may have put, okay, now I'm not gonna use that. I may have put way too much paint on here. And if I did, well, oh well. What's it gonna hurt? I'm gonna get paint on the desktop, and it's about time to change this sheet out anyways. Ooh. I have enough paint, I could probably do like 10 more coasters. Okay, we're gonna make sure we get the sides. And it may not be perfect because the sides of this are a very unfinished. The tops are very finished, very shiny, very gloss. But the sides of these tiles are very unfinished. So it doesn't stick the same to the sides as it does to the top. It just kind of, sometimes it doesn't stick at all to the sides. Ooh, hold still. Ooh, ah. Okay. I just got paint all over the bottom of this. Oh, and I'm gonna want to pop bubbles. Did you see that? A little bubble popped and left a white spot on the coaster. At this side. Wow. This would be fun to do some kind of like a, oh, what's it called? A Dutch pour type thing where you put it on there and then you blow it around with a hair dryer or whatever. I haven't done one of those yet. I absolutely want to. I have a canvas that I bought and it's just sitting in the corner because I haven't done any pouring type stuff in over a year because we moved to an apartment and just not enough room to do the pour paintings because I make an absolute mess whenever I do pour paintings. I get it everywhere, on the floor, on me. I've never got it on the ceiling, so, you know, not everywhere. But just did not have the space. But I think if I move some stuff around in here, I could have the space. All right, so we've got all the black on there and I am a total mess. So I'm going to change my gloves real quick. Before I do the white, grab some more gloves. Ooh, that's way too many gloves. I just need two. Only got 2 hands. All right, so putting my new gloves on, and then we will dip our strings and do our pulls. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to move these again. So I may have to do these one at a time, pull it in front of the video and show you. I'll start with this one. Sit. Okay. I'm gonna stir this again real quick. I got black on me. I got it on me already. Look at my finger. All right. Well. Oh well. All right. So now I'm going to take. Oh, that's right. I was gonna use the stick. Okay. Bring the stick back. I'm gonna take the string, and you just push it down into the paint. Make sure that you got it on there. All right. And then as you're coming up, kind of let it pull along the side of the stick so that you don't just get like a ginormous amount of paint because it can get messy. All right, so what I'm going to do is, if I can get it to stop spinning, I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to do like this. And then I'm going to pull like this. I may have way too much paint on here for this to do much of anything. And I may end up having to rethink this idea. But you basically just pull it off. Getting paint everywhere. I love working with paint. Okay, hold on. It's a good thing I got these extra tissues that I didn't end up using earlier. So now I can kind of wipe my gloves off a little bit. All right. This one is done. I need to pop the bubbles. I'll pop the bubbles at the end. That's what I'll do. And we will swap that one for this one, which appears to have a white spot. So I'm gonna try and, all right, there's that. Whee! All right. Next one. Let's see if I can get a string without getting black everywhere. Get down in the paint, get down in there. It's like I'm making a country song. Get down in the paint, get down in the paint. Okay. Oh, right. Pull it up along the edge so we take a little bit of the paint off. Come on, drippy, drippy down. All right. That one's a little bit different. Ah! I'm gonna have to change gloves again in a second. Okay, ready? Pull, pull. Oh, I'm dripping so much paint. And pull. Ah. All right, paint everywhere. Literally everywhere. All right, well, there's that one. And we're gonna move, oop, this one's dripping a lot. We're gonna move this one over here, and we will try and slide this one over here without making too much of a mess. Ooh, this one is not. There we go. All right, new string. Come on. Okay, now we're gonna try and come from another side, like that. Ooh, I get it like, well, all right. Oh my gosh. Change my gloves again. There's one new glove. There is another one. I think these just look so cool. And I did a set kind of similar to this for my parents. I don't think they actually use them. But it doesn't really matter because they have them sitting out and I think that they like them. So that's really all that matters. All right. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, I'm gonna try and smush the paint around again so I don't got lots of blobs. Maybe it'll dry a little bit. And here we go again. All right, pull. And blobbiness. And push back. I once tried to do this using the same string the whole time and it just made such a mess. So now I have this white yarn which was relatively cheap. I think I got the whole, it's a really big skein or skein, or however you pronounce it, for like $3 or something. And I use it for crochet too, but it really works for this to be a nice little thing so it doesn't add too much money. I'm not using anything super expensive to get this. Just, I think it looks elegant. I think that these pulls like this are just super elegant. All right, we have one to go. Don't fall, don't fall. All right, we have this one to go. Pull it over here. And we will get our last string, if I can get just one of these. All right. And I'm just almost out of the white paint, so that was pretty perfect, I think. Oop. Sticking, sticking, sticking. All right, and pulling up. Okay. I'm gonna do another one from this side. It's just my natural instinct to pull from that side, but I don't want them all to be too close, looking like exactly the same. So we will do, I think this makes the second one we will have done from that side instead of the other side. All right, so I'm gonna line these up again so that you guys can see them all. And then I'm going to take off my super dirty gloves, and then we will get out, I got it on my arm. Then we will get out our torch, and we will, well, I always wanted a tattoo. I got it on my shirt as well. We'll pop any of the bubbles that are in here. All right, handy dandy torch. And let's turn down. There we go. And it's popping some bubbles, and so you can see a little bit of the black through it, but I think it looks awesome. And there's a lot of paint on these. A lot of paint. It's very, very blobby. So it might even move around a little bit because I did put that Floetrol in it. All right, I think I got all the bubbles. Oh, I'm just destined to be covered in paint today. Anyways, so we will let these dry. I don't know when I will be coming back to finish this video because I have a very busy weekend. But we will let these dry, and then I'm going to come back at the very end. Oh well, I'll wash that off. I'll come back at the very end, and I will be doing a layer of resin over the top just to make sure that they're super sealed, and then I will do corks on the bottom, and hopefully my video will not cut out and you guys will actually get to see me put the cork backings on the coasters, because the last time I tried to do it, it didn't come out. My video just decided, nope, I don't think I want to take a video anymore, and just stopped after like a minute. So I missed the whole process. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll see you on the video. It'll be just instance, just a couple minutes, and then we will do our next step. Hello again, guys. We're back with our coasters, which we put the paint on, and we did our stringy pull, which you guys remember because you just finished watching it. But for me, it's been over a week because I had so much stuff going on. So I have mixed my resin. Click on the little video that's going to pop up if you'd like to see how I mix my resin. I decided to make a little snippy video so that I didn't have to put stirring in all of my videos and then speed through it and all that stuff. So I've already mixed it. It's nice and clear. It's ready to go. So I'm going to put a little bit on each of our coasters. It does not take much to coat these coasters, and I didn't have to use any varnishing since it's just acrylic paint. So this is our next step. All right, a little bit more on this one. All right, I'm gonna set that aside, see if we'll actually need it, which I doubt. Now I'm gonna use my torch for just a moment to pop some bubbles. I don't wanna leave it on for too long because it will heat the resin up and then I won't be able to really work with it. All right, so we're just gonna use our glove and gently spread to all the edges. Make sure that we're covered and then use what got on your hand to seal along the sides like this. I hope this isn't shot. All right, there is one done and it does still have some bubbles. And I'll hit it with the torch again in just a minute. But we're just gonna make sure we get all of our edges. And then we will use the extra on our glove to coat the sides again. All right. It's busy on my street today. It's not usually this busy, but a lot of cars keep going by. So I'm sure you guys can hear that because I, of course, have my windows open for proper ventilation. And some of my neighbors have puppies, so you can hear that as well. Puppies. I just love the simplicity of these colors with this technique. It's so simple, it's so elegant looking. It just makes me super happy. And it's so simple, and you could do this with any color, or you could dip your string in multiple colors, or you could do like a rainbow background and then do a color string pull through it. There's so many different options, but I just love the way that the simple black and the simple white turn out. I think I'm gonna try and do an opposite of this, where I do a white background and then I do a black string pull through thing. And this one had a couple of spots where you could see the white underneath the black, but that does not bother me. That does not bother me. Perfection is in the imperfections. That's what I think. All right, so these are now coated. I'm gonna slip my gloves off real quick so that I can grab my torch and pop some bubbles. And that using the torch on top of these is actually super beneficial in many ways, because heating up the resin a little bit helps the resin to level out so you don't get like clumps. Take this one again. And you will probably have bubbles popping up from time to time. So sometimes with these, I'll come back a couple of times in like 5 or 10 minutes and hit it again with the torch. But we're gonna let these cure for probably about 24 hours. Anytime you use resin, you wanna give it about 24 hours so that it's handleable, yeah. Anyways, and then we'll come back and we'll put our corkboard backings on and show you guys how we finish these up. All right, guys, final step for our string pull coasters. We are resined, and I have gone on the back of some of them. They had drippy spots, and I have trimmed those off. And we have our corkboard backing pieces, so we're gonna flip these over, and you can see how much stuff I get on the bottom of them when I'm working with them. And we're gonna stick our backs on. These are super simple. I love working with these because you literally just pop the back piece off. It's sticky, and you stick. Make sure you push down. Done. Super simple, super quick. You can buy these things in like a huge package. We bought like 100 of them. When we get the tiles, we buy them in boxes that have 100 tiles in them, and then we get 100 of the corkboard backings, And then we can make a whole bunch of sets depending on how many you do in a set. I was just doing 4 pieces in a set for a while, and on this one I wanted to do 6. So we'll finish putting these on and then we'll flip them back over. And I don't worry if it's on super straight, as long as it's on, it does what it's supposed to do. I mean, I obviously try to get it on, not that part. I obviously try to get it on as even as possible. However, that doesn't always happen, and I try not to stress about it, because if I stressed about things not being 100% perfect, you guys would not be watching my videos. All right, I'm gonna make sure these are pushed down, and now we're gonna flip them back over. And now they're upside down. Oh well. So here's our coasters. Super simple, super elegant with our backings. I have my window open, so that sounds like a car driving by. Anyways, these are finished. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some ideas for some different kinds of color combinations that I could do with these, because I tend to always go with the black and the white, but I think I need to try some different colors, but I'm not coming up with any that I really think I like. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like my video, hit the little bell so that you guys know whenever I come back with another video. We'll see you next time.